Hello and welcome to Field Complete. Today we'll cover a quick tutorial on how to run your company, how to set it up, and how to use the Field Complete software. So to start, when you will receive your credentials via an email, you log in, you'll see this screen if you log in from the desktop. And basically, you will see a welcome screen with steps on how to set up your company. So things like company details, ability to add your team members, what kind of jobs you do, download the mobile app for the technician, and then lastly, create a job. And that's where we will start. We'll start by creating a project and going through step by step how to run a project inside the software. So the way the software is set up is basically you have your user up here, you have your tabs or history of jobs and projects that will show up as you click through them, and then your main sections here. So you have ability to add a new project, estimate, or job by clicking this button. You have your welcome screen, dispatching, projects. Dispatching is where you schedule. Projects is when you look through your existing projects. Customers is when you manage your customers and service locations. And then billing is where you bill. So once you click the plus button, a new job form will populate. And here you will see it has three sections. Basically, the first section is the service location. It's this area here. This is where you do the work. Then the customer, that's who pays for work. And then last is details about the actual project or job or ticket or the work order that you're going to do. So we'll start by entering in an address. And as you type the address, it starts pulling in data from the database. And if there was a customer with this service location or a service location like this that you've serviced in the past, it would show up here. If not, then it just indexes Google for addresses. So let's take this 310 Stable Lane in Alpharetta, Georgia. It's a new service location that we haven't been to in the past. So here you can have a few options. If it's let's say if it's a homeowner job where you're going to bill on site, you're going to charge the credit card after the work is done, you can click that the customer is same as service location and continue filling out like the contact details, phone number, etc. Here, first name, last name, and it'll replicate and it'll create both the service location and customer. If they're different, so let's run a use case where this is, let's say, a property manager, or it's a renter, right? So you have a tenant, or it's a vacant property. So if it's a vacant property, you can just mark that it's a vacant property that you need to come and service, and then you start searching for the customer from your database, or you can click enter customer manually if it's a new customer. So in this case, let's say we're working with SMS Assist. It pulled in from the database, so I click that, and then lastly is I select the job type. So let's say this is a turn, which means one renter moved out, another one moved in, and we need to do some work there. At this point, I can create the job and then continue working on it on the other, like the other details later, or I can right away, if I know I need to send somebody out there for estimation, or I know that this guy is available to go there now, I can already select my technician and the date and time. So once you click create, it basically creates a brand new project with one job in it. And from here, again, I can right away, it's an on-schedule, the technician's not assigned, and time's not assigned. I can work with it from here on out. I can already collect a deposit if I go into budget if I need to, and I can also add more work. So let's say I know that we'll need to do cleaning on this job, and I don't know, let's say we'll need to do some electrical work on here as well, right? So as I add these in, there's more jobs created. They're in draft status or estimate status for now, and I can expand on it, add more line items or scope to it, or I can actually like go into a job and add it there, and that's what we'll do soon here. But the great thing about the way the software is set up is you can have one project and you can have multiple jobs in it, and one job can go to your W-2, another one can go to your 1099, a third one can go to a third-party vendor. You can outsource work, and it'll all be built under the same project, and they will all be servicing the service location, but the customer will be billed through you, and those contractors will bill you later. So let's click into this general maintenance job. As you can see, it's a general maintenance job. Let's add a line. Let's add some scope items. So scope is what you're going to bill the customer for, right? So let's add in a trip charge. Let's say we just need to send somebody out there to do an in-depth estimate on site, right? So then you would probably put in a trip charge, maybe even charge the customer for it before you go out there, and then see whether or not you actually will or want to take this job. So at this point, this job is ready for scheduling, so I'll put it on schedule status and go into dispatching. Dispatching is basically where it's your snapshot for the day. So you have your map on the left here of all the unscheduled jobs, and you can cycle through them here, and then you have your technicians, your W-2s, and then you have your contractors, and then you also have crews. So like pool services, roofing crew, if you have your techs or 1099s working together in crews, you can create those as well on the fly here. So from here, you have your map. If you click on one of your techs or contractors, you see the route for the day. And you can also see this last job that we created, 45 general maintenance here. And so you can click on multiple technicians to see the routes, to see which one you want to give this job to that's more convenient. Let's just say that for this particular example, we will just assign it to this guy right here. So I just take it, drag and drop it onto him, and this is part of the calendar is your snapshot for the day. Is it's all color. The jobs are all color coded based on statuses. So, for example, blue means that they're on their way to the job. Red means they're checked in. They're actually on site. Green means the job has been completed, and yellow means schedule. So this is the job, and I estimate that he's going to be there for 3 hours. And so, as I did that, I have my mobile app here on the left, and I received notifications already. Let me open it up. And basically, here I can go into schedule and see this new job, the completed job, the one that I'm on my way, right? And then this last job that just got scheduled to me, and I received notifications for all of these. So when I go into this job, right, this is the options I have. So if let's say I receive the job and I'm driving out as a tech now, I can just click on the way, and right away it updated on the screen onto blue as well, and it changed the status, and the customer got notified that hey, that we're on our way to the site. Then from here, basically it says that there's no resident. It's I can see the scope in here, that it's just one line item that's a trip charge that's been added. And let's say I'm driving, I arrived, I check in, the job got marked that it's in progress on the dispatch board as well. The dispatcher knows I'm on site. Now I can start adding more line items in here from the templates that have been created previously for this type of job in my settings. So let's just add some, I don't know, general labor line item. We bill it at $25 an hour. Let's say, I don't know, I spend 8 hours, right? And boom, I have 2 line items down here. From here, you can also, from the scope line items, you can add before and after photos per line item. Some property managers require that, right? So I don't know, I can just choose some images, let's say, to put in the before item, and then I can also choose a few images to put in the after. And these images you can manage, like, do you want them in the invoice or not? Then let's say, I don't know, if you do need a sign off, this one doesn't have a tenant, but if you do need a sign off, you can get that from the customer. You can go into tasks. This job doesn't have any tasks, but if there were, you could manage your tasks from there. Billing is also for this technician, this particular technician is allowed. So that means I can create an invoice, I can send it out, I can collect payment. You can also block it off to not have them be able to send an invoice out from the mobile app. Then you would send it from the desktop app only. So let's say in this particular use case that we will send an invoice. Let's click send. We want to include images, and then we'll send it to this email address. Basically, once I'm done with the work, right? So I can already invoice for this just one job. I can collect the payment from here on screen. I know this is a bill later job, so I'm not going to be collecting payment this time. So I exit out and I check out. When I click checkout, it prompts me which status I want to put this job into. So I'm done with it. So I'll mark it as completed. And then here, again, everything I did on the mobile app, they're all propagated in here. So if we go into this general maintenance job now, it's in completed status. It has the 2 line items that are added. They're locked because the job is completed. I can actually click show images and see the images that were attached from the mobile app, right? They're time stamped, geolocation stamped, all this good stuff. And then I can also go back up to the project level for this ticket or work order or job. And at the project level, I can basically manage my budget. And I can see this invoice that was sent out and created by the technician, that it was created and sent. And this is the way this invoice would look to the customer, right? He has the invoice, the company name, it's due on receipt, and then you can see all the before after images that were attached also for this job. So that's in short basically how you would manage this. You could go into an invoice and collect a payment against an invoice against a project. Billing is super flexible. You could add a payment right here. You can also add a payment from the project screen. We made billing very flexible based on projects that you're going to be doing, right? So inside here, you can add a payment, a check or a cash against an invoice, or just collect it for the project. So basically for this type of project, right, where I have 4 jobs, I can manage billing separately for each line item and each job. And not wait until the whole project is completed to collect payment or create payouts. So that's in short how the Field Complete software works. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be happy to jump on a call with you. Thank you.